Discover the amazing powers of sage and how to use it. Imagine walking through a sunlit hillside in late autumn. The air is crisp, the colors of the trees shift into warm gold and deep red, and from the ground rises a fragrance so earthy, so calming, that it stops you in your tracks. That fragrance is sage, a herb that has been treasured for centuries, not just for its flavor in the kitchen, but also for the way it has been traditionally used to support overall well-being. Sage is one of those plants that carries a kind of quiet wisdom. Its leaves are soft, almost velvety to the touch, and when you gently rub them between your fingers, the aroma is unmistakable, herbal, slightly peppery, grounding. A brief journey through history. Sage is not just a modern health trend. In fact, it has a story that reaches back thousands of years. In ancient times, sage was considered a sacred herb. It was used in ceremonies, in cooking, and in traditional practices across many cultures. Its Latin name, salvia, comes from salver, meaning to save or to heal. That alone shows how highly it was regarded as a plant of strength and protection. Travel through the Mediterranean and you will find sage woven into the culture of entire regions. In Croatia, for example, wild sage grows along the stony coasts, filling the air with its powerful scent. For centuries, local communities have gathered its silvery-green leaves, using them in food, teas, and rituals. Sage carries with it the energy of the earth and the sun, and it has always been more than just a spice, it has been a companion plant for both body and soul. Recognizing the plant. If you walk through a Mediterranean garden, it is not difficult to recognize sage. Its leaves are oval, slightly furry, and gray-green in color. When the plant blooms, it develops small violet-blue flowers that attract bees and butterflies. But what really makes sage unique is its fragrance. A single leaf crushed between your fingers releases a warm, intense aroma, the kind of scent that fills an entire room, bringing comfort and grounding energy. Why sage? You may ask, why sage, of all herbs? The answer lies in its versatility. Sage is known not just as a flavorful kitchen companion, but also as a traditional herb that has been valued in many cultures. Health-wise, sage has traditionally been appreciated because it has been used for its calming, soothing, and balancing properties, especially supportive during the colder months. People have long valued it to ease the throat and voice, especially when facing seasonal irritation. It is also appreciated for its potential to support digestion and bring comfort after heavy meals. In women's traditions, sage has been used to bring relief during life transitions such as menopause, especially for its reputation in calming hot moments. Culinary-wise, sage is a gift for the senses. Its strong, earthy aroma makes it perfect for autumn dishes with pumpkin, mushrooms, gnocchi, pasta, or hearty wild game. A classic example, saltimbocca alla romana, tender veal with fresh sage and prosciutto, cooked in butter. Very lekker. Sage also pairs beautifully with cheese, potatoes, and chestnuts, ingredients that shine during the autumn season. A simple kitchen hack, crispy sage leaves. One of the easiest and most delicious ways to enjoy sage is to prepare crispy sage leaves. Here's how you can do it. Take a handful of fresh sage leaves and gently wash them. Pat them completely dry with a clean towel. Heat a pan with a small amount of butter or a light oil. Place the sage leaves in the pan and fry them for just a few seconds until they turn crisp. Carefully remove them and let them rest on a paper towel. The result? Fragrant, crunchy sage leaves that make a perfect garnish for soups, pasta, or roasted vegetables. They add not just flavor, but also a touch of elegance and a reminder that nature's gifts are often simple yet powerful. Sage in daily rituals. Beyond the kitchen, sage has been a trusted companion in everyday rituals for centuries. A simple herbal tea made with sage leaves has long been valued in traditional households. Its warmth, aroma, and grounding effect can make it a comforting drink on a chilly evening. Others burn dried sage leaves as part of cleansing rituals, a practice found in many cultures, where the rising smoke symbolizes renewal and a fresh start. For some, it is not only about fragrance, but also about creating a space of clarity and focus. A natural do-it-yourself hack, sage vinegar deodorant. One of the lesser-known but fascinating uses of sage is in natural body care. You can create a simple DIY sage vinegar deodorant at home. Here is how you can try it. Place a handful of fresh sage leaves in a clean glass jar. Fill the jar with apple cider vinegar until the leaves are fully covered. Close the jar tightly and let it sit for about 2 weeks in a cool, dark place. Strain out the leaves and pour the liquid into a spray bottle. Used sparingly on the skin, this homemade deodorant offers a refreshing, herbal alternative to conventional products. Its charm lies in its simplicity, just sage and vinegar, 2 ingredients from nature. Wild herbs and hidden treasures. Sage is only one example of how nature provides us with powerful allies. All around us, wild herbs carry unique flavors and micronutrients that we often overlook. Think of nettles, dandelion leaves, or wild garlic. These humble plants are sometimes dismissed as weeds, yet they can enrich our diet and reconnect us with the earth. Sprouting seeds like alfalfa or broccoli sprouts are another hidden treasure, tiny but bursting with vitality. When we begin to see these gifts not as background greenery, but as living food, we open ourselves to a deeper connection with nature and with ourselves. The inner perspective, choosing the view. There is a beautiful metaphor hidden in how we perceive our world. Imagine standing at your window. To the left, you see a pile of trash. To the right, a breathtaking view of mountains and the sea. Both are real. Both exist at the same time. But where you choose to focus your gaze changes your entire experience. Sage, and herbs like it, remind us of this choice. We can choose to focus on the trash, the stress, the noise, the heaviness of life. Or we can choose to focus on the view, the beauty, the nourishment, the small gifts that make life lighter and more radiant. Bringing sage into your life. So how can you bring sage into your everyday life? Here are some simple ways. Use fresh sage leaves in cooking, with pasta, potatoes, or pumpkin. Enjoy it as a calming herbal tea in the evening. Try a cleansing ritual with dried sage. Experiment with the DIY sage vinegar deodorant. Surprise yourself with crispy fried sage leaves as a garnish. Each of these is a small act, but together they remind you to live closer to nature, with more awareness and gratitude. Let us take a moment to recap. Sage is a plant with a long history, deeply rooted in tradition. Easy to recognize with its soft, silvery-green leaves and aromatic fragrance. Valued both for its culinary strength, from pasta and pumpkin to classics like saltimbocca, and for its traditional household uses. A versatile herb that can inspire rituals, natural self-care hacks, and even moments of reflection. Sage shows us that beauty and balance are not hidden in complicated products. They are right in front of us, in the simple gifts of the earth. If this video inspired you to look at sage with new eyes, take a moment now to like this video and subscribe to Secrets of Slim, Glow and Beauty. Here, you will discover more natural hacks, wellness inspirations, and timeless beauty secrets that can help you live with confidence and glow. And share with us in the comments. How do you use sage in your life, in the kitchen, in rituals, or maybe even in your garden?